Okay, so in the previous video, we added all of these assessments because we just wanted to get that part of the structure sorted out, that we know that these are all of the assessments. For now, all of these assessments are in class. We may set up one for online, but one of the things that we had was we want an opportunity for students to resit for an assessment. So for the final exam, they have the first opportunity on that date. And now I'm just going to add, because this is under the attempt section for the assessment. So that's when attempt 1 is going to be. I'm just going to add another attempt here. So let's just call it attempt 2. Obviously, this could be any name, first attempt, second attempt. But I want it now for March. I want them to have another opportunity to write on the 28th, and will also be from 10 to 12. Okay, so now we know that we've set up all of the assessments, and now we've also set up multiple attempts for an assessment, because this assessment allows a student to have 2 attempts to achieve it or be successful in it. We are now happy that, okay, we have this assessment structure. So let's say that students were assessed and I want to capture marks. So what we do is we go to the attempt section of a particular assessment that we're looking at. So I want to work with this particular assessment. So I'm going to go to options and I want to capture marks. But it's not allowing me to capture. So what did the heads up message say? To create an assessment, you must be an assessor. Go to the groups tab to configure this. Also be aware that grades will only reflect when the assessment has been published. Okay, so let me go to the groups tab and we're in term 2. Okay. Is it there? No. Staff access control. All right, so let me just add my account here. Okay, so I'm going to give myself all the rights. There's different rights that and combinations that you can apply. I'm just going to give myself all of the rights. I won't set an expiration date because I want to continuously have access to this. So let's just save this. And now I'm going to go back to assessments, term 1. Let's see if I can capture. Perfect, I can capture marks now. So this one is out of 100. So let's just say that the student performed poorly on that one. This one was an average student. This one was slightly below. This one was above average. And the student did particularly well. So I'm going to save this. So this is now going to be pushed against all of the students' records, but it actually hasn't been released yet. So what does that mean? The mark has not been released. So the first thing that tells us the mark hasn't been released is that it hasn't been published. So there's a 0% over here. If we wanted to, we could click on options and then we could publish the results if we had those access rights. So we can release the results for students to see it. But before we do it, we always like to preview what we've captured so that we know that everything is correct. So now you can see that here's a breakdown of the assessments. And for class test 1, which has a weighting of 15, even though we capture 15, the actual amount that will contribute to the students' results is 2.25. So they got 15 out of 100, which is 15%, but only 2.2% is actually, or 2.3% is actually going to go towards their final result. And in this context, their status will be that they have 15% because only one assessment has had marks captured. But you also notice that we have different colors here. So we have blue. So what does this blue mean? So these figures in blue indicate results from unpublished assessment attempts. So because we haven't published it, it isn't listing as black. So that student's grade is not listing as black, and the status isn't listing as black because there is no actual result saved against that student that they can go into the system and view it, or that will automatically appear on reports, because you can pull a report for unpublished assessment results. But just in this context, we have an overview, but we haven't released the marks to anybody.